Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome, Saturday morning. It's good stuff. How is everyone today? Good to see you all. Good to see you all for sure. Appreciate all of you. Let's take a look at who is in the building so far. We got Edward in P1. Nicely done. Chris Wood, P2. That's an excellent job. Plankton, P3. Just watched the race from last night. Can't win them all. Hey, still looked fun though. It was fun, Plank. Thank you for watching it. Even after the fact, that's cool stuff, man. It was good. Are you racing today too, Plank? I know you were in qualifying, I think. Can't remember. But awesome to have you here, bud. Octia, as always, in chat and right next to me right now. Oh, behind the scenes. Yeah. Let's see. And then Nugs has his 2 accounts in here. Thanks, bud. Giving me a like from each one. So that rounds out our top 5 because Octia's 4th place energy. Subi1, good to see you. Noah, awesome to have you here, friend. Glad you could be here. Thank you, bud. And then let's see. What else we got? Nug says, Octi, are you working on new intro music for season 2 of Learning with Lead? Oh man, there's always music going on. Whether we're doing it for that necessarily, we'll see. GP Racer, good to see you. Good to see you, bud. MF Wesley, good to see you also. Didn't race and didn't qualify. Okay, good stuff. Well, check us out, folks. We have a really fun Saturday morning into afternoon planned for you today. We are going to have our Learn with Lead session today. Tell you what, I thank you all for everybody who is interested in these sessions. Our waiting list after today's guest is 6 people deep. We have 6 people after our current guest waiting to get on, and that's really cool. I really it blows my mind, and it feels like we're doing something pretty cool here and helping people out, and that's cool stuff. So without further delay, let's go ahead and introduce our guest for today. You've seen it on the thumbnail already. It is MkNervy. MkNervy, how you doing, bud, today? How you doing, man?
I am doing good.
Yeah.
How's it going, studs? I've been wanting to say that for a while.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, the history behind stud is I actually just called Jason Duncan a stud one time in a chat, not even my own. And then it just sort of became a thing. After that, it grew out of control. And here we are.
Okay.
We got an emoji,
awesome.
got an emoji for it and everything. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. So, at this point in Learn with Lead, we always take some time to get to know our guest. And so for those, many of you are already familiar with MkNervy. He's got a pretty cool thing going on up there in the north. Tell us where you're from there, bud.
I am in Canada. South Canada, though. You made it sound like I'm with the polar bears, but we're not.
Right. Nice. You like it up there pretty good, huh?
No, the cold's too much for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I gotcha. I lived close to Canada for a bit. I was on the other side of Lake Superior for a little while. Lake effect snow and deep freezes for about 7 months of the year. Noah knows cold. Noah's in our chat right now. He's from South Dakota. Yeah. So that's cool. So let's see. So let's go on the racing side of things first. You were telling me that you have quite the extensive racing background as far as video games is concerned. Before GT7, what kind of games did you get into?
GT7. I've been into Need for Speed since I could remember. I think it was the first one was Need for Speed 2 on PC.
Oh man, yeah.
Back in the day, yeah. Where you could put in those little cheats and drive buses and dinosaurs and things like
yes.
that.
I
Those
remember
are the
that.
good times. Yeah, spent a lot of time on that until we got our PS2. And then once the PS2 came through, it was Underground and Carbon, and
Yeah.
Most Wanted was the biggest hit for me, I
Gotcha.
believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was heavy into the Need for Speeds too. I had, I've told the story before, but I played the first one in Best Buy, as a demo, and I fell in love with that game. And so when we got the PlayStation 1, I at the time Need for Speed 2 had come out also. And so I bought both of those games immediately. And yeah, I fell in love with it. And yeah,
Oh
those
yeah.
Need for Speed 2 was my jam. I loved those cars in that one. The McLaren, the Jaguar XJ220.
Oh
It
yeah.
was
Just the
pretty
good old days. Yeah.
simple racing, right? With traffic and all that.
Super simple. Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned to me too that you did a lot of test drive, right? Or at least some test drive.
Test drive wasn't just till recently.
Oh,
Till
okay.
the most newest one that came out, Solar Clown or
Mm-hmm.
Crown. I keep saying Clown. Um, that's actually where my streaming kind of started. The channel kind of started.
Oh, really?
It's test drive. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, sorry, just kind of off note. I'm gonna request to join on one of my accounts so my people could hear you, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Go for it.
perfect. Should be there.
So I am sending an invitation here. What it says? That's what you're expecting?
It's request
Yeah.
to join the party chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
There it should be. All right. Good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Noah says Test Drive on PS2 is one of my core memory racing games for sure. Oh, man. I do remember. Yes, Test Drive on PS2. So that's the a lot of the muscle cars, right? Where you had and I remember long straightaways with 90-degree turns and you just slammed into the wall and it was awful. But it was so much fun overtaking at those high speeds. Good stuff. Need to say hi to LVP. Good to see you, bud. Will Larson. Good to see you, man. Awesome to have you. We're having a Learn with Lead with MkNervy, and we're getting to know him a little bit. So since you mentioned the channel, we'll go ahead and start that. You ended up starting a YouTube channel, and you've been streaming now for a while. But you started with the test drive game, huh?
Yeah. So I've tried YouTube like a good couple times here and there,
Okay.
but I never went into it to the point where it was heavy like this. I actually growing a channel, consistency, keeping up with it.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
That wasn't yeah, it was a lot of work. That wasn't until September 4th. That's when it started. I had 40 subscribers, I believe.
Mm,
And then since then, it's just been upwards trajectory of just consistency and just putting in the time and the work and the effort.
yes.
Basically from there.
Right.
The streaming part is amazing. The
Uh-huh.
whole sim racing thing was never even a thought of mine that would come through. Like I just started on controller.
Right.
Next thing I know, I was like, oh, this test drive game could be played on wheel. So
Yeah.
we jumped on, went and got a wheel, and it's been addiction since there.
No kidding, right? So
Yeah,
I'll get back to that in a second. So we did post Nervy's channel up on the on our chat here. So I see that LVP's already subbed. Noah is subbed. That's awesome. Everybody who's
Awesome.
watching,
Thank you
please.
guys so much, and welcome to the Nervy crew.
Yeah, man. Please go over and give him a sub. He's also streaming concurrently here with us. So we're having a simul stream, I think I like to call it. It sounds right. I can invent a
that's
word,
good
right?
ring to it.
Yeah. And Cal, good to see you, bud. He says, so many studs, so little time. What's up, everybody? It's great. I love it. Cool. So you transitioned then from test drive, which is slightly more on the arcadey side, to Gran Turismo 7. How did that go? What was that experience like?
So Gran Turismo 7, I actually got into because of Super GT. Shout out to Super GT.
Yeah, man, love his stuff.
Yeah, um, yeah, he tuned into my channel one day, and I had like I had a breakdown. If I don't know where it would be, I forget which stream it is, but it was hilarious. I had a breakdown. Like, I was like, oh, I'll never be starstruck, but
You were
it
starstruck,
happened.
weren't you?
I was starstruck.
Oh man, that's
I
wild,
wasn't
dude.
expecting it. I mean, like, you just someone kind of that got you into a game that you've been watching for years. It's
Yes.
grown to a level of, so it was
Yeah.
kind of surprising. It was off-putting, I would say, but
Sure.
also
That's a cool
very
story, though,
cool
man.
experience. Yeah, very cool experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started Gran Turismo 7 back when it first came out.
Okay.
I bought that after watching him. And then that was all on controller though. It was
Mm.
just plain campaign. I think I had 300 or just under 300 hours um, back when I started in December this year. So it was like it wasn't much. I basically put in the last 5 months like 2,000 hours into the game.
Wow. My
Yeah,
goodness, that's a lot of time. That's a
yeah.
lot
I've
of
got
Gran
no job
Turismo.
right now.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm off for the winter seasons, and then I lost my job last year because of the economy, but
Oh,
should be
okay.
back to go hopefully this
Okay.
season again. So
Yeah, good.
yeah,
Good. Here's a looking up there. Jacko, good to see you. Thank you for coming in, bud. Awesome to have you here. We're having our little interview session with MkNervy, getting to know him a little bit. So, you got the game, you played campaign first. When did you get your wheel? You mentioned you went from controller to wheel. When did you get that?
I'm sorry. Did you ask me something there?
I did. Sorry.
Oh,
We
sorry
so
about that.
that's okay. So we ended up we heard you went from controller to wheel. When did you switch over to the wheel?
I think that was November, December of
Last year?
20, yeah, last year.
Okay, so not
God,
very long.
time's crunched. No, not very long at all. I'm very
Gotcha.
new to wheel. I was
And
actually gonna return the steering wheel because for the first week I just didn't understand how to use it.
mm, no, it's different, right?
It's
In our minds, we kind of think like, oh, this is automatically going to make me better because obviously, right? And then, no, if you've gone from controller to wheel, that's a new learning curve. You can get better than what you were on the controller, but it's kind of not like an immediate thing, right?
not at all. No, it took I think about 3 weeks after that 1 week, so about 4 weeks. One
Yeah.
week to get my mind into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then another 3 weeks to actually. I explained it to my buddy last night. The best way I explained it is when you're driving a real car,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting the feel through your entire body.
Yeah.
Your mind kind of
Yep.
could fire off and tell you, give you back feedback a lot better.
Yep.
With a steering wheel, when you do that transition, you're getting all that feedback through your hands.
Right.
So I basically told my buddy, it's like it's just the time between your mind and your hands to kind of make that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it took me about 3 weeks for
Yeah.
me to kind of start feeling the car and the game through the steering wheel.
Yeah, yep. No, it's true. That's exactly what it's very similar experience for me, which was I feel the wheel telling me something, but I don't know what it's telling me.
Yeah, yeah.
And you gotta learn what it's telling you through the sensitivity and the force feedback. So that's good stuff. Yeah. So you ended up, I think I heard you went with the G29, right?
Yes, G29.
So it's a good standard starter setup. So that's awesome. We're very
Yeah,
similar. I have a very similar wheel myself. I have the G923, so we're Logitech buddies. Um,
nice.
yep, and it's a good wheel. It really is. It works like a horse. I have had a little bit of pedal trouble, but besides that, it's not been bad at all.
I wish I could say that. Yeah, my wheel's been dying on me,
Is it really?
misshifting. I actually took it apart the other day, like
Okay.
completely took it apart and just let it sit for a bit. And
Wow.
put it back together. Now things are working. It hasn't died. All the shifting is working.
Okay.
But yeah, I do find some stutters with the pedals on the throttle, specifically the gas,
Okay.
where it's like I'll be 50% in, and then it just goes down, comes back out, goes right
Mm.
back down. It's just like,
Little flutter.
yeah. But
It goes all the way
entry
down, you
level
say, huh?
things. Yeah, it's weird. I think you'll see it as we're driving. You're gonna
Okay.
be like, huh, what's going on with your driving there? And I'm gonna be like, that's not me.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look for that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Um,
that's one thing that I know for a fact that kind of kills some time, but it's not
mhm.
super consistent. Sometimes it's like it's manageable. So
Yeah.
we'll see though. We'll
It's a
see.
tough thing though because if you have that in the back of your mind of your equipment not working right, it can definitely be a big distraction.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that is something to maybe address. Real quick, let's look at it here. Kelso says he subbed to Nervy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jackhammer, good to see you, friend. Like deployed. I appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it very much. Okay. So let's backtrack. We'll get you on the track here in a second. So we're just for the folks who are watching, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're gonna do a share screen first here in a little bit, and I want to watch. And you can watch with me. Watch his inputs and see how he's handling the car through what the HUD is telling us. So we're gonna do that in a little bit. But I gotta ask you, Nervy, what has brought about the name MkNervy? Where did this come from?
Things might get a little emotional here, but
Okay,
we'll do
good.
our best.
All right.
Nervy was actually my brother's gamer tag on Xbox. He was Nervy on Xbox,
Yeah.
and he was really crazy at Call of Duty. He was a streamer on Twitch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and actually, all his setup is his. So 2020 came around, and he had an asthma attack,
Oh
so
no.
passed away from that. Yeah,
Wow,
and
dude.
that's basically kind of where the whole nervy gaming thing came out, is to kind of build a community of gamers
That's
for gamers in
that's
his honor.
incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's where MkNervy comes in, because both of our names are, so my name's Mahdi,
Mm-hmm.
or Mehdi in Arabic, and his name is Muhannad. So both M's, and our last name is K, Khalif.
Yeah.
So we have the same initials, so I figured MK
Ah,
and then Nervy to honor his name, obviously. And that's where all that came from, yeah.
amazing. Wow, dude. That's an incredible story.
Thank you.
I can't imagine losing a brother. My brother is Kelso, who's in the chat right now.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, that's incredible, dude. Wow. What an incredible passion to have, and to be able to propel that forward through your channel and do that in his memory. That's incredible, dude. Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's.
I thank you for
I
sharing
mean,
that.
of course, of course. It's yeah. It was tough at the beginning when I first made the switch to the channel and things.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. You could go back and see. I tried Forza Horizon 5 when it first came out to stream.
Okay.
Just wasn't in the headspace, obviously, and things. So I guess
Yeah.
it took a couple years, and yeah, to get back on that track. And I'm glad I did though, cause
Yeah.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Wow, remarkable. Just remarkable. You never know, right, folks? You never know, friends, what's going on behind the scenes with just someone that you see on track or someone you see in a stream. Like, there's so much there, right? One question that you think is just a normal question, and then boom, you're hit with that. That's incredible. Oh, man. Well, it's hard to recover from that, but I think we'll try. We are trying to do a little learning session here, so why don't we have you hop on to one of the tracks of your choice here? We'll do a little bit of B, a little bit of C,
All
and
right, let's
we'll.
start with B, I guess, since it's a little
Mm-hmm.
less stressful, I would say.
I agree. I think we could put up a poll right now and ask, hey, which one's more stressful, race B or C? And I think everybody would say C.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Except
Humble, how's it going?
There's some freakazoid out there that maybe thinks that Laguna Seca is the best in Group 3 cars, but might be a couple of those, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Now for...
Oh, wow. Check it out. Real quick, while you're getting that up, I'm going to say hi to Santa Miguel. Good to see you, Santa Miguel. Awesome, bud. Victor Room, you're V Room, aren't you, on track? I think I've seen you and raced with you before, Victor. Good to see you, man. Awesome to have you here. All right, so... Oh, there he is, V Room at the top of your leaderboard.
Yep. I am P10, some fast people in here.
I'm glad I made your top 10. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. We've got some really fast people in here. It's a tough leaderboard that I've built.
You have some fast friends. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah. I've been trying to keep this is me, by the way, in P7.
Okay, that's your
I have no idea how I hit that time. That's a crazy time. I tried so hard to get it.
You did that in the Lambo. Okay, cool.
In the Lambo. I did both times in the Lambo, actually. I found the Lambo a lot smoother to me than the Veyron all of a sudden.
Okay.
I was a couple of days back, though, so I'm not sure. But I could go back in the Veyron if you want me to.
No, I would say do what you find to be most comfortable. That's really what I would suggest.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Would be the Lamborghini, I would say.
do that. Do what you're most comfortable with. Elaine, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Taking the really wide entrance. I like it.
Reading chat there.
it's
1 sec.
It's quite the balance, right?
Yeah, I got it on. I forgot to put it up on my phone in front of me here, so.
Gotcha.
2 seconds. There we go. All right. Okie dokie. Now this is without ghosts, so time's gonna be, like I said before, a lot probably lower.
Mm-hmm.
First lap.
No problemo. Gotta get the feel. Got to get the feel. And I wouldn't
actually
don't try and go crazy or anything. Just do what you would normally do. Will says he's digging the trophy for this one. Yep, it's super good handling car. Love that one. Jacko, most comfortable has been with the GTR. Yep, I've seen that. And how about it? We actually had a Group 4 combo where we ended up with a variety of cars that were viable and competitive. That's been a long time since we've had that in a Group 4 class.
I love Trial Mountain. It's actually one of my favorite tracks. That Deep Forest would be another one that I'm really, really like, kind of good at. But
classic GT race tracks.
Yeah, those are the tracks I kind of played a lot of campaign on. So
yeah. Nice exit there. I like that.
Thank you.
Kept it tucked in nice and tight, and that's part of what the Lambo does. It really does like to tuck in well.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas the Bugatti, you tell it to turn, and it kind of looks back at you and says, "Seriously? Really? I don't know."
Find it likes to stutter on the ground a lot.
Yeah, well, it's heavy. I think it is. I think it's the heaviest Group 4 car, if I remember right.
I mean, it would make sense. It's probably a really heavy car in real life too.
Yeah, Will says the boat Gotti. Yeah, for
The
sure.
boat Gotti.
Okay, yeah, good. I missed it? Do you run a certain brake balance with the car or not?
Yeah, +5.
+5, baby. Okay, I like it.
+202.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear God. Well, that's a 1-second penalty. Let's go.
Yeah, let's bring them on. Bring it on, track. Give us your worst. So as we're watching MkNervy go around, I'll let the friends know in chat that we did. I have watched him stream a couple times, and I watched an older stream back when we had Watkins Glen in Group 4 cars, and I have let MkNervy know that I am aware of something that he is doing that he might not be aware of. We'll see if he is or not. That I think will greatly help him. And so far, I'm just going to make MkNervy feel extremely self-conscious right now. He is doing exactly what I saw him do before. And feel free to get red in the face and feel really uncomfortable now, MkNervy, okay?
Yeah, go for it. Put me in my spot. Let me know.
I told him, I actually told him this on Thursday, and I said, can I tell you, if I tell you a secret right now and not tell you until Saturday, will you like explode with curiosity? Because that would be my wife. Like if I said, hey, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you for 2 days, it would, that would not work with her. That would not happen.
Yeah.
Victor says, after the last 2 weeks, they are renaming it the Bugatti Veyroom. I love it. That's great.
Nice.
Veyroom.
Need to go up a few clicks. Seems quiet over car noises. Okay. Just
Gotcha.
gonna pause here for a second.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
No problem.
How's my voice on your end?
I think we're good. I hear you great, and I haven't seen anything from the folks. My Octia should have our levels all good on our end, because
perfect.
Because Octia is amazing.
Sweet. All right.
Thank you all for the 20 likes over here. Appreciate that very much, guys. Awesome.
All right, let's get back into it then. I think I might just be talking a little lower then, because my chat's
Gotcha. So a quick question. You do say you normally follow a ghost, right?
Yes.
However, you said that you feel like the ghost is something that you just follow, but when you're racing on track or just going around by yourself right now, you feel like you aren't as fast, or you're verifiably not as fast. Like how is that?
So
how would you explain that?
When I'm racing, I think when I'm racing on track,
yeah.
When I'm with others or like if there's somebody faster in front of me, I could keep up.
Okay.
Like I could follow.
Yeah.
Is more of the thing I would say, like the word I would use.
Okay.
But yeah, like usually if I'm leading, depending on there's usually right now being in the A lobbies, when I'm leading, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's basically what it is. I think it's just I'm following too much. Like I do look at break points. I do know the track. I do know like the entry points and exits and
yeah, clearly
the
you do.
feel of it. But my speed, it just isn't there. And that's the part that's kind of like throwing me off lately a little.
Okay. Would you mind, after you finish this lap, just throwing the ghost on there for me?
Okay. Oh, this lap's kind of a little slow. So
okay. Yeah. I just want to see if there's anything different that I can pick up.
Okay.
Since we had a few laps without the ghost, let's see what it's like when the ghost is up there. Hey, G, good to see you here, man. Right. G is saying you have reference points with the ghost, but perhaps you're not making your own.
Okay, that could make sense. I could see it.
Yeah. All right, and you're recently part of PHG now. That's right. You just told me that.
Yes, I just joined PHG. Shout out to Papa's House Game.
Right. Good stuff, man. And by the way, everybody.
Great people.
By the way, everybody, MkNervy will be participating in what, round 3? Is it? I mean, not round 3. Split 3. Split 3 tonight, this afternoon, in a few hours. If I remember right, you're going to be in that race, correct?
All right. So this is with Ghost now.
Alrighty. So you picked the fastest Lamborghini Ghost, did I see? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Excelente. I think I did see some of the accelerator flutter there.
Yeah, it'll pop up here and there randomly.
It's pretty quick.
It's not horrible, but
Yeah. It's
when
probably
I need to control like a certain throttle, it's really bad. Oh, that was horrible.
Yep, G. Yep. Definitely. We're definitely going to get on that, G. Ace R1, hello, friend. Good to see you, man. I haven't watched Split 2 yet. I don't know how you did. You could spoil it if you wanted, but I was going to watch those races later today. Nice entrance there, Nervy. Very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, G. Yep. Yeah, right there. What you just did compared to what you did by yourself, massive difference.
Yeah, I could feel it right away. The moment I follow the ghost, it's like I'm moving. I'm driving. I missed the shift there. And then I could start picking up on my mistakes as well, but
Yeah.
it's so weird once I have no kind of, I guess, reference or guide to guide me. I messed up there. See, my mind right now is firing off like, beat your time, beat your time. It'll look cool. It'll be entertaining for everybody.
Yep. Well, and even so, you were putting up 202s by yourself. You just did
Yeah.
a 2.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are driving like a totally different person at the moment.
I could feel myself driving, and I'm not even like focused on the ghost fully. He's just there to me. Like I'm kind of unconsciously guided by him,
Yep.
and it's making my driving a lot better.
Yeah.
And I found that to be like, I've started doing that since I started playing the game, so it's been a thing with me.
Yeah. You were
I think
aware
it
of
might
it.
just be a
Yeah.
habit now that I gotta kind of get rid of, maybe.
Well, I don't think following a ghost is a bad thing, but you know, it's typical, especially for Gran Turismo sport mode lobbies. Your pace is going to drop a little bit because you're getting into tire wear and such. But whereas, yes, the tires could overheat in a practice TT, time trialing, but you don't have tire wear, so you don't have that kind of drop off. Ace says I have raced MkNervy a bunch of times. How's it going, MkNervy?
How's it going?
He's a fellow Canadian.
Oh, that's Ace?
Yes, yeah. Ace R1.
Yeah, I've been on track with Ace many times. We have some good races.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like I find my actual pace on race is probably the twos, is in the low twos. Like even if I'm kind of by myself, I could drop a low two.
Okay.
During the race.
Yeah. Tire wear is not a huge factor in this race. Unlike race.
No.
Race
I
C.
think it's just the pace and things like that.
Victor says, hitting the track, cool format. Catch you guys later. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate you coming with us. Good to see you, man. Victor Room, lightning fast driver. He's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, G, for sure. Yep. G's all over it. We're just gotta take it one thing at a time here. Good stuff here. I'm gonna watch this again here. Yeah. Are you guys in chat spotting what I'm spotting? Are you seeing it?
Dear God, you're getting me sweating now. Are you guys seeing it? Everybody's we see it. No. I'm sitting here like, oh man.
No one is saying that yet. Honestly, it's a hard thing to pick up. But so when you mentioned in our chat when we were going back and forth, you said you felt really inconsistent. And then when I watched your streams, I said, "Oh yeah, he is really inconsistent. What is going on? What's happening?" And so, so I began to really look hard, and I couldn't see it while watching you race. But then I watched your inputs, and I go, "Oh man!" And then I watched your gearing, and I said, "Oh no!" So yeah. Yep, Will is saying throttle and braking duration. It's a big part of it.
Like I'm too long on it, or?
No, not exactly. So once you're ready, let's switch over to race C.
Okay.
And get in there. And I want to see if it's similar. You can finish the lap if you'd like. You're up on it, so.
Yeah, I'm down to an optimal of 1599 already.
Yeah. Let's see if he does it again right here, friends. Not quite. That
Try changing things.
That time you did it better. You ended up harder on the brake too long, so that's why the Lambo doesn't like that. Yeah, it is Ace, and his other account he has a 59.3. So G says the upside to this is that he's naturally fast without understanding fully why. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you've been able to compete most of the time.
So, I kind of. All right, so if I know what I need to know, then I should be even faster. Is what?
That's what he's saying. Yep.
Is the concept of that theory there?
Yep. And the truth is, I've done this enough now. We're in the double digits of sessions where sometimes people are fast, but they don't know why they're fast, and sometimes people are slow and they don't know why they're slow. Either one is a detriment, because if you get that fixed, then you have the next level of speed at your fingertips. You just need to figure out why,
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm asking a lot of you. I'm asking you to go to Laguna
No, not at all.
in.
I mean,
You're still using the BRZ, is that right?
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. The BRC.
oh, oh yeah, there it is.
Do not enter the race. Do not enter the race.
No, no, don't enter the race.
10 more subscribers to 1,600. Oh,
Is that
God.
right? That's
Let's
exciting,
go.
bud. Awesome.
That's amazing. Welcome to all the new studs who joined us.
Yeah, right. Will
I
Larson.
actually love that you did that. Coming from a carpenter, like I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great.
such a creative thing to do there. It's very good.
Yeah. Gotta have
All
gotta have your niches, right? In when you're doing a stream and a channel and all that.
100%. Yeah, yeah.
Will says I was racing MkNervy
right.
yesterday and you were hanging, no problems. Yeah. Parquet, what's going on, bud? Good to see you, man.
Thank you, Wayne.
So just for those who are not aware, Nervy is simul streaming right now. He's streaming on his end. They can hear me. You guys can hear him. We're having a good old time together here.
Oh yeah. Ghost or no ghost?
Let's start with ghost, and then this time, after a few laps, then go without.
Okay. Now
We'll do the
this
reverse.
is the ghost I go with here is T-Shaft. So what I like to try and do with ghost is I always choose just one and go with them. Just cause like the line changes and stuff.
Yeah. No, I think that's good.
Try and find someone who's more to my style.
Right. Right. And you did end up with quite a good time here. A 21.6 is nothing to shake a stick at.
I was in 7 laps.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah. Now BB, I don't even know on this car, to be honest. It just kind of.
This car's weird.
We're on hards.
Yeah, I did that too multiple times.
I seen it the one day. It was funny.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing? It's already.
It's the worst when doing it during the race.
Yeah.
And that's like, I do that way too often. All right.
Let's see if we can get to MkNervy to 1,600 today, huh? That'd be fun. If you're that close, I feel like it's doable.
Will Larson, welcome.
Right, there he is.
See you, Will.
Woo. It is
This car
so,
is just scary.
it's so hard to get the car over to the apex. Like it's
On that wide turn, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it doesn't want to stop or just turn. It's weird.
It is weird. It's very different compared to other Group 3 cars. Yeah. No, G. On this combination, only racing hards and racing mediums are allowed, and no softs are allowed. So the best compound to choose would be the mediums in this case. Hey there, Wicked Quick. Coach is in the building, everybody. Good to see you, friend. Yeah, we had a Conebread moment yesterday, didn't we? Oh dear. Woo, there we go. That was a good one. I like that. Picking up the 10ths right there. That was better. Feeling it a little bit more.
And you really gotta hit that curb.
You do.
Yahoo!
Yeah. as my friend Philness says, making sandcastles. Oh, yep, dirty tires. Oh, do I see a 30 burger? Am I reading that right, friends? Do we have 30 likes?
Oh, sorry, Ace. How's it going?
Right?
Didn't know you stream. New sub. Good luck. Oh, reading chat. Sorry.
We all do it. Awesome. Glad you guys are heading over there and giving him some subs. That's awesome, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people from the community don't know that I stream. Apparently,
I didn't. I didn't know you streamed until
I've raced with Ace for a bit as well. And, yeah.
It's a 30 burger. Sweet deal, guys. Thank you so much. Excursion into the kitty litter, G says. Yeah.
Do you know what brake balance feels better here? Because I have no clue. It's like 3 does not feel the best to me, if I'm being honest. But I'm scared to play around with it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go negative to the front. That's for sure.
Okay.
Something to the rear, because you got to get that car to turn, and that's one of the things that'll help you. Yeah, there you doing it again, big time. Holy cow. Okay.
Is it like extra braking on the inside?
It has everything to do with your braking. So let me ask you a couple things as you're going around the track. We won't wait for you to do without the ghost, yeah. I don't think. So you are a left foot braker, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Your rig setup, is it pretty sturdy? Like, do you have any give when you apply the brakes at all?
Like, what do you mean give?
Like, does anything shift? Does your chair shift?
No.
Okay. Okay, you ready? You may want to stop driving for a sec. When you are in your maximum braking zones, you do not apply the brakes fully. Yeah, you do not do that, what you just did there. You don't get to fully.
Okay.
Yeah, so check it out. When in the big braking zones, when you're braking in a straight line, you hover right about maybe 80%. Right about
there.
Right about where you are there, sometimes less. And then the other thing that ends up happening is you end up overcooking it a little bit, and then as you're about to get to the apex on some of the slower corners, you mash the brakes. You mash them. You actually might even get to full braking at that point.
Okay.
and what that does is it's killing your momentum into the turn, right?
Yeah. Okay. Ace is saying the same thing. Hasn't seen 100% braking yet from me. Okay.
Yep. Yes. So this is huge. So please, let's go back to race B.
Okay.
Okay. Because
that is actually something I would have not picked up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
okay.
I think, and I'll add. There's more to that story, but we're gonna focus just on this first. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, one of the reasons for your inconsistencies are definitely stemming from how you're braking. So with that in mind, so we have on this track right here, we've got, it's very noticeable on the back straight where you have you're hitting, you know, almost the top speed that the car is capable of, and then you got to get the car down to about, you know, 68 to 72 miles an hour for the left turn, right? I'm sorry, you use kilometers, but so that's huge right there. What that means is you're braking earlier than you have to, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting the benefit, and then when you end up overcooking it because you haven't braked fully, then once you get to the apex, you're actually stifling your momentum, and that's exceptionally, like, that's not as bad in some of the more powerful cars, but the Group 4 cars, since they are a little bit, you know, have a little less power than the Group 3 cars and above, that really slows them down.
Okay.
So get on track. Don't go yet, but just get on track, and I want you to feel like, what does 100% braking feel like for you? I want you to feel that. Now,
all right.
The other thing I want to do, I actually want you to back out. I want you to go to your controller settings and go to the calibration. No, sorry.
Not this stuff.
Not
okay.
this. Nope. Go up to your profile and options. Yeah. Yep.
Normal controller.
Steering. Yeah, right here. Go ahead and click into pedal calibration. All right. So you're 100, 100, and 100. You haven't done much with this at all. Now you have the original pedals. I think I asked you already, right? You have the original pedals.
Yeah.
Okay, so your brake pedal is probably kind of squishy. It's probably not very stiff, right? It's pretty easy to get up. It's pretty easy to get to 100%, or is it pretty hard?
It's weird. It's like, this is my comfort. This is me thinking it's fully powered. Like, this is what it feels like fully on it.
Okay, check.
This is me, like, giving it that little extra kick in there.
Check this out, okay? Go ahead and calibrate it now. Give me what's full with the pedal. Don't do it there. Do it with the pedal.
That's full.
That's full. Now give it to me with what feels like full to you. Okay, back it off. So now, if you left it like that, when you get to 95.7%, the game will break you fully.
Oh, that's how you calibrate? Okay. Now I understood that. Thank you.
Yes. So I ended up to give you a reference. So I ended up with getting the True Brake mod, which came from Wicked Quick, who's in the chat right now. And my pedal is so stiff. I went with the stiffest setting. I actually have the maximum set to like 60-some%. Because it's that stiff, right? So you could make it less than that if you wanted. You could make it a little more than what you have right now. You know, it's all about.
So it's just by pressing on it.
Yeah, I can tell, like, that last little bit. I'm even hearing the squeak.
I think I'm gonna go like 90.
Okay, I like it
around there.
Yeah.
Just because anything extra, I feel like I'm trying to like really push my foot into there.
Gotcha.
And it's just, it doesn't feel right. So, okay.
Gotcha. Thank you, real quick. Thank you to the new subscribers today. Appreciate all of you. We are on the journey to 1,000 subs over here, trying to get that mile marker. We hit 500 a few months ago, and we're looking for, you know, about 300 more awesome people to come on over. So anyone watching right now and hasn't subbed, I appreciate if you would. Okay, so we've got that set. I don't think, you know, your accelerator is good. You're not using your clutch, no e-brake. So let's roll with that. I want to see what happens now, my friend.
All right. So I didn't even know you could calibrate like that. I should have read a little more into it.
Well,
It says it right up there.
you're not alone, because I didn't know it either until I got the True Brake mod on my car, on my rig here.
All right, let's see.
This could feel a little different.
Oh, that feels like I'm braking.
I wish you could see the big smile on my face right now.
You should-
Santa Miguel just said, "Oh my God, that max calibration thing just blew my mind."
Oh, I feel like a lot might not know that you could do that.
Good morning, Zamora. Good to see you, friend. Okay, no big braking, Zoe, but here we got a little bit of braking.
Yeah, it felt way better. Like the car slowed down with me. So could that be the problem of where sometimes I just feel like I'm not braking enough, like the car's not slowing down?
That's part of it. I want you to get used to this first a little bit before I add another little wrinkle, okay?
Okay.
All right, so here's the big braking zone coming up. This is where it was most noticeable for me.
Sir Lancer Racing also saying he didn't know you could do that with the pedals.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Love Sir Lancer Racing.
Oh, he's great.
Okay, check it out. You can brake probably 100 meters later than what you did there.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably show that more to you when we get on track together in a little bit, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm braking way too early there.
Yep, and so I gotta give credit to I think it was Stefan Lebuc who told me about that after I got the True Brake mod, and man, did that make a huge difference. Oh yes. Nice wide entrance there. The Miguel. He's got the nerd glasses on and then a pencil and paper. I love it. Look at that maximum braking. Yep, you broke so well that you underestimated what the car could do, and you actually clipped the inside of the apex there. The invisible wall, we like to call that one.
That's something I just found out too. I thought I was just tripping the whole time, and then I find out nope, that's real. There's invisible barriers.
Yep, for sure. Yes, you were, Coach. You were, bud. Yeah, that's more like it.
Oh yeah, that felt way better.
Look at the speed you just carried out of there.
Yeah, what was that, like 3/10?
You're at 5. You're at half a second now that you just gained from your previous entrance.
Oh wow. That was a little too hard.
So what this is going to do in a big way is enable you to brake later and carry more speed into the apexes, which is all around faster. You know, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Uncle June. Appreciate you, friend. Yeah, Zamora. Yeah, man. If there's something that doesn't feel quite right, that can make a huge difference. And really, you know, the more and more you talk with sim racers and whatnot, they emphasize more than anything the braking. You can have the perfect lines, you can accelerate right, you can do all of that just right, but if your braking sucks, your racing sucks, basically. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I think that changed my my driving a lot was trail braking. When I started actually like doing some research and studying on it to understand it more, and then once I started applying it, that's when I started seeing, I was surprising myself with the times I was getting, because I was like, wait, I'm top 500, I'm top 1K, what? And that's like, that was very early on. That was a couple months back that I was hitting top 2K, things like that, and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, no, braking could shave a lot of time off your...
Yeah, G says, well, the entire concept of driving fast is about how you minimize the reduction of speed. Yep, exactly. Okay, now he's doing the other thing I need to talk about eventually.
Yeah, I brake more while entering. It's like I let go of the brakes and then hit them back up again, pump them.
Not quite. Nope, not quite.
Okay. I feel like I've been doing that a little, where I'll brake heavy, go in, and then kind of slow down again to catch my speed.
Well, yeah.
To slow my speed down.
That's true. You are doing that. That's something that I mentioned earlier. So that is, I think, a main point of emphasis that you'll want to have is, you know, you just talked about trail braking. Well, as soon as you start to trail off the brake, right, as you turn in, if you apply more brake all of a sudden, it just, you basically might as well not have trail braked at all, because you've just killed it, basically, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's going to be something that you'll want to look out for. And but you know, proper trail braking is going to come from the proper input of braking in the beginning. And so that's why we're focusing on that first right now, is to make sure that you get that proper full braking in a straight line first. And then as you turn in, that's when you gradually come off the brake. And ideally, right? So this is a perfect world, right? And we'll talk about this on track together in a little bit here. But in a perfect world, when you have hit the apex, that is when you have just gotten off the trail braking. You've applied the brakes and trail braked all the way to the apex. And then as soon as you clip the apex, you're on the throttle, right? Maybe not fully.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to gradually get to full, but still, that's the idea. Right, G. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so you mentioned right away you felt like you were braking a lot more, right? Like that was something that you felt immediately there.
Yeah. Have to change calibration. Yeah, there's a little more braking to the car now, more stopping power.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Anything else you feel with that, or is that pretty much it at the moment? Any adjustments that you're having to make because of that?
Trying to think.
Yeah, if not, that's okay.
Not really so much yet, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe I just haven't picked up on it, if there is.
Well, you might be adjusting immediately to it, although...
Or that, yeah.
I do think you've ended up turning in earlier sometimes than you need to, because you've actually slowed down more. Like right there, you just clipped the barrier.
Yeah.
I think that's
just my brake zones are...
They've shifted.
Are later now, and I'm still braking on my early brake zone, my previous brake zones.
Right.
But over here, I could see a difference because I used to brake before the sign.
Yeah, you
That was a bad turn
you
there,
can
but
brake. You can brake just a little bit after the sign
yeah.
with proper braking applied. Yep. Let's see here.
These turns here are starting to feel a little nicer.
Yeah, see, you right there, you went to 100% braking, whereas before we adjusted that, you were sometimes as low as 60% braking going into that turn. And you don't need to be 100% long, but the fact that you were 100% just real quick makes a huge
Yeah.
difference. Cool. Okay. So let's go ahead. I think we're gonna go ahead and switch over to getting on track together. We'll go ahead and go on race B here together.
Okay.
So bear with us a little bit, friends. We're going to do a quick intermission on our end, and we will be back in just a few minutes. So stand All right, we're back, friends. Thank you for waiting there. We are on track now together with MkNervy in his brand new PHG account. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. All right, so what we're going to do here, Nervy, is going to get on course together with you. And once you're ready, and then we're going to talk through these turns here a little bit. You hear me okay, Nervy?
There we go. Sorry. I had it muted.
Yep, no problem. All right,
we're good.
Yep, so we're going to go step by step on through these turns here. So, and then we'll start going around the track together. So it looks like I think you know what you want to do here, it appears. It doesn't always work out, but we are talking about high speeds. So,
yeah.
So let's talk about having markers when there is no ghost, right? So do you have any marker for what you're doing through this section at all?
It's basically right where those tire marks start to curve off of the curb, kind of where I start turning in on 6 and then just kind of tap that brake with the downshift and go through just to keep that full speed.
Gotcha. Yep.
That's kind of my marker there, is those tire marks.
Tire marks. Not bad. I like it. Just so you know, for me, that pole, the light pole over on the left, you see that over there?
And okay.
When that hits the edge of my screen, that's when I start to turn in. That's what I'm using there.
Okay.
Which
right there.
People can have different spots for all that. But
I'm usually about right here, kind of where like it splits open.
Okay.
From the curb, the tire marks away from the curb is where I'm kind of leaning in a bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then maybe just a bit after.
Right.
Somewhere around that area, though.
Yep. And so what we're trying to do, and I've seen you do this now enough, you're trying to get like over this, not too far to the left because you get that stupid penalty.
Yeah.
And then real critically, so we have this little downhill and then a rise, right? So there's a little bit of compression. And so you're trying to get that weight transferred over to the left tires. And you're starting to turn like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is where your car could get unsettled if you don't do it right.
Yeah, it can get really, really rough.
And kind of throw you to the left there, which is not what you want.
Too much to the left, yeah. So we're trying to stay right about here and then turn in. And all of this, I mean, you do it right, a lot of cars can handle it just about flat after you brake in the one section. Okay, how about here? Do you have a braking marker here?
Right here, it's about... I look at the end of the curb and then I just like a couple blocks away from it, like a 3-4 blocks kind of type thing.
Gotcha.
Maybe those 3 blue dots is usually kind of where I'm braking though.
Okay, it does feel like a really late brake, but there is a lot of help in this tunnel actually that the track is giving us, so kind of can maintain more speed. Especially the tighter you stay, there's banking there, so you end up with a lot of help that way in that regard. Yeah, G's making a good point. I use chase cam when I'm driving, so the edge of my screen and your screen is probably a little different in that regard, because you use a hood cam, correct? You see a little bit of the car. Yep. Yeah. No, Zamora, I'm not trying to make any chase cam converts. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so yeah, we kind of go like that. I like what you said there. We're diving in trying to get over here, but we don't want to turn in too soon here, right? Really?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
No, you don't. It's kind of like a Y. It's not a sharp turn. It felt like it feels like it, but it's not really.
Yeah. So we take a little bit of a wide entrance so that we can kind of touch the apex right about here. And then we're powering out. And if we've done
Try to go inside a little more into the gray there.
Okay. Yeah, if you can, sure.
But yeah, okay. Same thing, kind of apex though.
All right, how about for this corner? What's your brake marker?
That's middle GoPro type thing, or it's basically between that pine cone right there on the right side and the GoPro.
Hang on, I gotta back up.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's about right over here.
On the right side.
I would say. Yeah, on the right side. Sorry. Yeah, it's about like right here where I'm braking. I would say.
Serious?
Or just before maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around. Is that too late?
I think you're braking a little earlier than you might think there.
Okay.
I think probably the Huracan can handle right about here.
Okay.
But beyond that, not too much. So this is one where you really want that wide entrance. So let's stop here for a second, and this is more. Oh my goodness, get off this rumble strip because. Sorry, the whole car was shaking for no reason. What in the world, game? All right, so let's talk a second about just general track approach, right? So for this section here, you know, it can be really tempting to just attack all the corners, go maximum all the time. But really, when you have multiple corners in succession, you can't really just attack each corner the same. You really have to think, where do I need to sacrifice speed in order to get the best exit speed, right? Yeah. So this sequence right here, this right-hander with the slight left, and then the right and then the left before the long straight, this is all really critical. I think most of the time you're doing exactly what you should be doing, but I want to make sure that you know why, okay? Okay. So, we're gonna go for a wider entrance here so that we can get on the throttle sooner on this portion here, right? So we're braking, you know, right about where you are at the, I would say, and we're not gonna dive to the apex. We're going to wait to turn as we're braking, and then we come in like this. My objective for this corner is to be on the throttle right now. Right where I am now. Okay. And if I've taken it right, I can mash that throttle and make the corner. Okay. You follow me there? Okay. Yeah. So if we've taken that right and we mash it, right? We have no trouble exiting all the way over here. We're still on full throttle. Yeah. We're coming over here now. I'm gonna stop for a sec. Okay. So, excuse me. So, here is another part where we're gonna need to sacrifice exit speed so that we're set up for the much more important long straight coming up. So I've noticed you've already done it. You don't track out too wide for this corner here, right? Yeah. Because you need to get the car over to the right. Yeah. So, so really, for me, I don't know about you, but pretty much the end of the curbing, like where you are right there, that's pretty much where I'm braking. It's not full brake, it's just a little brake and tuck in, and I downshift one so that I can stay as tight as possible here, right? Oh, hey, there's that drone. I love that drone. I
think I let go of the gas there actually and brake here a bit. Do that like little small braking downshift situation closer to this curb, I believe. Okay. I'd be in third or fourth. Usually I'm in fourth, downshift to third, I believe, and then take this turn. That's how I do it.
So you brake right there?
I believe so. I would have to like go back and kind of do it just to confirm, but I
Yeah.
think from my memory, like from what I'm remembering, is I kind of just let go of the throttle here, let the car roll in a bit.
Okay.
I'm still carrying speed that I brake here a bit, and then just kind of swoop in to the right.
Okay. If that is what you're doing, you're losing valuable momentum that way.
Okay.
Because if we're braking right about where you are, or a little bit before that, we're dropping, all of a sudden we're dropping, 10 miles an hour or something like that. Now we got to regain those 10 miles an hour. Whereas if we take a little bit of a wider entrance, we brake in more of a straight line earlier, right? And we get that wider entrance, we let the car kind of tighten up where I'm at right now, right? And then we wait for full throttle, and then we get on it right there. And and we don't track out any wider than this.
Yeah.
So that we have time to get back. And then so we'll stop here for a sec. This is a tricky corner. You've really been nailing this really well, honestly.
I think this is the part that I just really love the flow of. It just feels good. So I think that's why maybe I'm nailing it, right? Because of the feeling of it.
Well, it's hard because it's kind of a blind corner, right? So
yeah.
You're turning and you don't know what you're turning to, honestly. You turn and then you kind of find out in the middle of the corner if you did it right or not.
Basically.
and so for me, if I've taken the previous corner correctly, basically I can dab the brakes when I'm straight. When I'm straight, I know I can dab the brakes, downshift, and turn in, right?
Yeah.
And then so like you've been doing, we're
kind of just aim it for right about as close as possible.
Exactly, yeah. And then we're
full throttle out of there.
Full throttle, your momentum takes you all the way out here.
Yep.
And so forth. Okay, let's talk about this big braking zone here, right? So this one you've already changed up quite a bit.
This one actually I'm very inconsistent with, I would say, because I change it up a lot, especially like sometimes during the races. I'll try change it to kind of get more speed onto my opponents or whatnot.
Yeah,
it works sometimes, but other times it's like
it's a huge dive bomb zone, right? So
yeah.
So and what we're about to do here is not necessarily what can be done in race when you have somebody behind you or multiple somebodies. So yeah, we want a very nice wide exit. So look at the track map at the top right, and you see we have it's almost 180 degrees what we're going to end up turning.
Yeah.
So that means it's a super late apex. We have a nice, not a long flat out section, but a flat out section coming out after it. So we want to make sure we can get on the throttle as early as possible and carry as much momentum as possible. So so we're braking right about here where I'm at right now.
So just after the sign.
Just after the sign. Yep.
Okay.
And we are braking maximum, right? Keyword maximum braking all the way straight. Okay, we're straight until this first boulder here, or you could say at the end of the curbing here.
Okay.
Now check out the tire lines. The tire lines kind of give us a little bit of a window into the entrance we should be taking. However, the tire mark, I don't know if you've noticed, even if you put up like the radar, when you hit the apex, you're actually off the track according to the game, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So we've braked fully all the way up to this boulder, and then we're going to begin to turn left, and we're going to start to trail brake all the way around here, diving in. And we don't want to be tight to the apex until this big old fat tree here. See that nice big tree?
Okay.
So we're waiting. We're not going straight towards the curb on the left. We are trail braking wide into it, and what this does is it maximizes your speed into this corner, and that's what we want. I was actually watching Radeon UK. Big shout out to Radeon. I think he's streaming right now. I was watching him take this corner, and it was driving me mad. And it was so bad. I interrupted his stream and called him via PSN chat and said, "Look, we've got to do this right now, okay?"
That's respect.
Because he was diving too soon. That if you look behind us, see that boulder?
Yeah.
That's when he was tightest to the apex. And it's too soon.
Okay.
It's too soon. It's too soon. You can't be that soon. He went from carrying about 66 miles per hour into the corner to 71, 72 when we got this right.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Huge difference, right?
Yeah.
So, hey there, Matt. Good to see you, friend. Awesome to have you here. All right. So when we've taken this right, then we end up our momentum. We get on the throttle. And we are tracking out all the way over here. We're still full throttle, but we want to get the right angle. So we come out this way so we can straighten this out here, okay?
Yep.
I'm going to stop for a sec. Give you a nice little warning there. Yep. So when do you brake for this spot?
Up a bit more.
Up a bit more?
Yeah, I think it's like right where the top of the thing, basically.
I might. I'll have to see how the Lambo handles. It's hard to get the car slowed down when you're dealing with this rise, because the car is trying to lift a little bit, maybe not even a little bit, maybe a lot. And so I try to brake right before the highest point, just to get that extra little oomph on the braking. And so right about here is probably when I brake. And that gives me a little extra braking, stopping power. And then this is subtle. You see the tire mark here?
Yeah.
How there's a little bit more to the left. This is really hard. This is actually hard for me to accomplish, but it's what I want to accomplish. Where I'm at right now, I actually want to be more where you are.
Okay.
On the left, because... Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we go back here, usually what I do to try and get to that side there is I try and stay as close to that curb here, to our right.
Okay.
And then what I'm doing is kind of coming in a little more to where you're at here to get that exit. So that when I'm out here, I'm wide out here.
Okay.
And then kind of go in.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach too. I think it's a good approach for sure. Yeah, the key is being over here enough so that you can get that angle. Because if you're
once you're braked in,
if you're just a little bit wider, if you're too shallow, then you don't end up really being able to get on the throttle as early. All right, cool stuff. Get on the throttle there. Coming down. All right, what's your braking point for here?
Right about there. Like right about here, kind of type thing. Where you're at, kind of.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, about where you are is where I'm.
Yeah.
I get that compression here because it's that dip. That really. Really helps you to stop. Really helps you to stop a lot, actually. I just turned on my hazards. I did. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, G agrees with you about that entrance. It's good. So we're kind of widening the entrance, but we can take a whole bunch of this curb without getting a penalty, right? So we're kind of
I use kind of the lines there.
Mm-hmm.
How it like switches from the one like line to the other at the X. I kind of use those.
Yeah, I like it.
But
I like it. Yep. All right, so this sequence right here is probably where the Lambo is a weapon. It's so good in the slow corners. So,
sorry.
It's okay, I didn't warn you. So I use this moss, the dark spot on the wall here on the right. I use that as my braking point. You doing that too?
Yep.
Okay, and I've watched you do this. I watched you do this enough Matt, round 3 start at our 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Welcome to the Nervy Crew, Flying Dog. Thank you for joining us.
All right, so we're sacrificing speed here, right? Because we
Yeah.
have this long straight coming up. So we want to not go too deep into that first corner. We want to get out here and then work our way this way. Maybe a slight lift seems to be the right thing, and then on the power.
Yeah, I kind of. This is a weird one. I haven't watched the replay of the top guy doing it yet. I kind of just been learning the gears on my own or trying to figure it out on my own lately.
Right.
But I'm still trying to figure out. The best that felt there is first gear, lift, switch to the second, and then exit on second with full throttle.
Okay.
But like the lift and switch is with almost like no gas.
Okay.
Kind of weird because it just locks the car in, rotates it, and then you have that perfect, better launch out.
Yes, this car really does turn a lot when you lift compared to some other Group 4 cars. Okay, let's do some flying laps here and try and implement. I know you're following me at first. We'll have you lead in a little bit. But the purpose of this exercise really is for you to maybe not focus on me as much, actually.
Okay.
And try to use those references that we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
Really only going about 80% speed right now, so nothing fast. Focusing more on the lines than anything else. Do remember our tires are going to be pretty cold as well. Oh man, this car really does turn there, doesn't it? Catch up a little bit. Big braking zone. Here we go.
Let's see how this goes.
Alright, I didn't quite get it, but the idea. The Lambo likes to slide, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a nice slide though.
Let me see.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
I was gonna say it's definitely feeling a lot more like comfortable with the car now.
Good. I think
especially the braking.
I think the braking is gonna be huge for you, man. I really do.
It is huge. I could feel such a big difference with the braking. Like I don't feel as much pressure on my leg either.
Yeah.
I would say.
Kicked out there.
Seen that.
First time with the Lambo, friends. Give me a little bit of slack. Nice. Sweet, sweet.
I'm at a really good lap right now. I'm just gonna keep it going.
Go for it. Do it, do it. I'm gonna try and catch up to you.
Kind of nice behind this.
That looks good from where I was there.
That was not. No, it was horrible.
Okay, fair enough.
That was actually terrible.
I was far away, to In my defense.
Yeah. I hit the wall. I hit the barrier afterwards too.
The inner wall, did you hit?
I hit the inner wall and the outer wall on the exit.
Nice. Hey there, Radeon. How's it going, friend? Good to see you, bud. Trying to catch up to my guest here. Yeah, we got Nervy today.
Yeah, it's like a first gear shift and lift type thing there at the last turn.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too a little bit.
Alright, I'll hold up for you a bit.
Alright. You can go ahead and take the lead for a sec.
Okay.
Nice.
Definitely turned in too early there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, here we go again. Try to
Let's do this
avoid,
right.
avoid the walls this time. Yep, did the same thing. I think I need to utilize a little second gear there. Are you using second at all there or no?
Yeah. I'm trying to exit. I go into second and then exit on second, but
Gotcha.
I just think I entered a little too early or something there because I exited way too quick.
Gotcha. Nice. That looks good. Yes, sir. What's up, friend? Good to see you, bud.
Go for a low twos if we can. Yeah.
Good pace through there. I like it.
Alright, let's see if we can do this now. Good
Big.
time's a charm.
Big braking zone. Here we go.
I don't know if I trail brake that or not. I don't think I did.
Okay.
I could see a big difference with the braking on that last turn there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely wasn't applying maximum brakes.
All right, shall we go again? I think this is really good for you to feel how this is happening now. Like, it's what you're gonna have to get used to. It's the new normal now, right?
Yeah.
Nice turn there, bud.
That felt really good. I think I'm turning in too early still on that one a bit, maybe.
Perhaps. I think that could be happening there. I'm not getting tight enough on that turn.
I feel very confident with that one there.
Yeah, yeah.
This one up here, though, is where I definitely am having trouble.
It's a bit of a mysterious corner. There's no doubt about that.
There we go. That felt better.
Mm-hmm. Driving school? Yeah, sort of. This is our Learn with Lead session, Jester. He is, He's getting the feel for the new way to brake here. And I think he's liking it.
Rob, hello?
Okay. Good stuff, good stuff.
I think it's still too early there, maybe. I'm trying to get into the twos.
Love how you can just toss the Lambo through there. Feels so fun.
It really is. At one point, though, it seems like it's not gonna turn, but you just gotta keep that wheel rotation going, and it just kicks right back in. It's awesome.
It really is. Radion, we found out that MkNervy was not applying 100% braking power. And so we actually adjusted his calibration setting on the brake pedal to help him more easily get that, make that happen. And he says it's feeling good, but it is a different feeling, so it's something to get used to. Hey there, Louise. Got good pace this lap, bud. Oh, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, Rob. Yes, quite so, Radio. Quite so. All right. Is it a 2?
This is a 2.
Bingo.
2-8.
Got it. Okay. Very nice.
I'm just definitely getting better per lap now.
Yep, yep. You're welcome, Radion. I love you, bud. Awesome, Louise. Yeah, it's huge. You're welcome, man. Yeah. It really is. And, I mean, you may not need to do that. You may not need to mess with that, but if there is a need, it's a huge factor. Makes a huge difference for sure. Should be a good one too, huh?
I might have lost it on a couple. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Still in the twos, but lost about a tenth. I did really well. I was about 3/10 quicker there.
Nice.
And the invisible barrier came along.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Nice time. Nice.
Oh, finally. That's with a couple mistakes, like hitting the invisible barrier and a couple things. So I could definitely see it now. Those 59s just on my own, no ghost.
Right. Ooh, 40 likes. Thank you, friends. That's a 40 burger, everybody.
40 bigger.
Good stuff. Okay. Are you ready for the next little tidbit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sometimes, especially in the slow corners, when I've watched you, you gear down almost as an afterthought. What I mean by that is it's you head towards the corner and it's almost like, oh yeah, I gotta shift down, and you shift down kind of late in many cases. What that is doing actually is yet again making you brake with less power than you would, because you're losing that help that the engine braking gives you.
Yeah.
On this track, I especially notice it at the chicane that we just did back there. So when we get to the chicane next, let's pause there for a second and talk about it, okay?
Okay.
mow some grass in the meantime. Hippie!
So good.
Good to see you, Hippie. Good to see you, Venus. Look at all the 40 burgers they just threw up there, man. Beautiful. I'm kind of hungry for a burger now. Oh, hey there, Chris Boston. Good to see you. Thank you for the deploying of the like. Much appreciated. Okay, so before the braking zone, let's go ahead and take a break there. So we're basically going from 4th gear all the way to 1st, right?
Yes.
Yep. So that's a lot of gear changes, and honestly, a lot of help. Now it's a balance, right? To go
Okay.
to because you don't want to brake so early that you're hitting the rev limiter and actually like causing the car to slide, especially in the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini will want to do that in a big way. But we do want the engine braking to aid us in slowing down. So what I've seen you do here in particular is you might when you start to brake, you might shift down to 3rd. But what happens after that is really you hit 2nd on the apex, and then as you get going, you end up getting into 1st. Now, I will also mention that while I watched you in some of your streams as well, sometimes you would gear down differently attempt after attempt on certain corners. So there's actually a little bit of lack of consistency there. So, you once again, for everybody watching, one of the things that Nervy wants to work on is getting more consistent race pace. So one of the things that's hindering you from getting that consistent race pace is the we'll call it random gear shifting when you down.
Okay.
You want that to be the same time every time you enter a corner, really.
Yeah.
And so think about it. Let's say one time you downshift really fast and really early, and suddenly, man, you have this incredible stopping power, and you're like, okay, cool, got it. And then the next time you happen to gear down differently, and then you go deep into the corner, is what ends up happening, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not noticing it, then you end up like that's actually part of the reason why you're finding some inconsistencies there. So let's just talk about the gearing here for a second, right? So we're braking at this moss right here. As soon as I hit the brake, I'm down to 3rd, right?
Okay.
Right.
Just bang, bang, bang.
Bang, and then right about here, 2nd, okay? And then I turn in a little bit late, like this, and as I'm turning in, I'm using 1st to bring me into this corner, okay?
So you downshift before you're in 1st before, or kind of midway through?
I believe
turn there.
I believe as I'm turning,
okay.
I'm going down to 1st. I'm letting 1st bring me over to this apex. That's how how I like to explain it. I'm using the gearing to bring me to the apex.
Okay.
Along with braking, of course, trail braking in. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I saw earlier somebody. Real quick, let me do this for a second, Nervy. Someone asked about trail braking and what it is exactly. So, let me just demonstrate. Look at my braking input, right? So here's fully braking, here's 50% braking, here's no brake, here's 25%, there's 75%, right? So when we're braking in a straight line, we want to be max, just like you see me there. But as we turn into a corner, we begin to trail off the brake. So as you see, I'm decreasing the amount of braking pressure and the amount of brakes being applied to the tires, right? So with that, what that's doing is, and this is how trail braking works, is you are maintaining braking power, but as you turn more and more into the corner, you're gradually letting off the brake, but you aren't letting the brakes off completely. And what that does is it maintains the grip on those outer tires. The weight that you're applying to those outer tires stays on those tires, and added weight to those tires gives added grip. And that's how that works. And so that's what trail braking is. Okay, so let's talk about a couple other parts too then, Nervy. So
Yep.
of where the trail braking is going to work. And I will say sometimes you're doing it, and I'm not sure if you know that you're doing it, but you are doing it how I would suggest.
Yeah.
So really, we're not trail braking here. We're flying by the seat of our pants through this section here. Little dab of the brake. Turn in. But the tunnel is definitely a spot. So how we would use gearing to help us slow down here. We're down to 5th, 4th, 3rd. When I turn in here, I'm down to 2nd, okay? I'm early to 2nd and trail braking in, and I'm exiting in 2nd. But 2nd is helping the car slow down and getting that exit. You watch I could mention many streamers right now, but do you watch Digit at all? Digit?
I do, yeah.
So pay attention one time to his gearing into corners. And there's going to be this sound that you hear over and over again. It's the sound of high RPMs going to low RPMs going into a corner. He's doing this masterfully all the time. That's why he's part of why he's so fast.
Okay.
And so
yeah, I think okay.
Yeah, and so it's that like that. It's that over and over and over again.
It's a satisfying noise. That's why I was like, okay, I kind of get what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
It definitely is, for sure. Okay, so there's not a lot of time for what we're talking about here, but we can do it. We're going from 3rd to 2nd, so there's a little bit of that, not a whole lot. And that's part of the gearing, and you know, the gearing will change from car to car. So what works for one car won't exactly be. That's up to the driver to figure out. Now I will say on this part, I was experimenting with this. The experimenting was going down to 2nd in this spot, and that actually helps the car turn in a little bit. Not the same like a longer corner would be, but I do use gearing there. This one, you could use 2nd, pull yourself in, and get a little bit of tighter entrance.
I found 3rd though through all that there the fastest, like because I've tested with 2nd, but I felt like 2nd just kind of slows me down. Maybe the engine braking or something, or
I agree. Yep, I agree. And
yes, the rotation in the car does turn a lot better when it's on 2nd.
And with tire wear on, and maybe a slight mistake, you know, a way to correct, you know, braking a little too late would be to go down to 2nd, perhaps.
Yeah.
And that's
I do that sometimes. I'll use 1st and 2nd gear for corrections, things like that, depending on the turn.
Right.
Because you could definitely change it. Or if I'm going for a move on the inside, I do downshift a gear lower usually or two, just to kind of get that in and out with speed.
Yes, maintaining, exactly.
Yeah.
Maintaining that distance and separation and all that, So on this one, for example, so we're in 6th gear, and we actually want to get all the way down to 2nd, right? So
Yeah.
so that's a whole lot of gears. So once I'm on the brake, back, just back at that sign, I'm immediately down to 5th. I'm down to 4th, I believe, here. I'm down to 3rd, right about here. And I'm down to 2nd at the end. And I'm getting that engine braking helping.
Yeah.
To pull me around and tighten me up to that. And by the way, I feel like with the BRZ on Laguna Seca is a very similar thing that can happen in a couple of those places. The weird thing about the BRZ is you might use first to go in, use first to help you turn into a corner, and then exit in 3rd because BRZ.
Yeah. Because BRZ.
Because BRZ, yeah. that's all I can say. So I'm gonna lead for a little bit, and let's see how that feels. And I'm gonna sort of talk through what I'm doing as well, okay?
Okay.
We are getting a little bit up to our deadline here, a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
Definitely gotta. I don't know. Did you want to do a practice race?
If we can.
Yeah.
It's not mine. For the PhD thing?
Yes. I wanted to see if you needed time to do that.
Oh no, I'll be fine. I'm pretty confident with where I'm at. I did really bad with that split.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yesterday I did a really good time. Got into the 25s. That felt nice.
It did, yeah. That was good. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna dip down to 2nd, back up to 3rd. I went a little wide. You actually caught me. Turn early.
I did the 2nd to 3rd as well, but it was very minuscule.
Yep. Okay. Let's see if we can nail this one. Braking just after the sign. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Ended up going a little wide to the apex. Okay. 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Letting it tighten up. 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Oh yeah, that really helped there. All right, and the one that we were talking about here. Letting it rev out in 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Let it bring us in. 2nd gear. Bustle out of here. There we go. Stillness, good to see you, bud. So, my intention isn't to overload you, but
no, not at all.
But so that's why I'm really just focusing on a couple things. We could talk about a lot of stuff. We really could. But I find that's not necessarily the most beneficial for someone that's just trying to feel new things, get the feel for the differences that we're engaged in. All right, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, let it pull me around. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, turn over to the left, whip it over. Ooh. Actually, I did a better job than I thought. Didn't like that wall. I decided to hit it. No, I was reading chat like you do sometimes and going off it.
Yeah.
Too easy to do. Yes, that was better for me. And you're right there with me.
Right there with you.
I love it. Thank you, Chris. Yep, you haven't subbed up to Nervy yet. Trying to get to 1600 today.
We are 5 away, actually.
Nice. third, second, first. Yep. Patient there. Off we go. All right, let's do one more and get that gearing feeling, right?
Yeah.
Fourth, third. Ooh. Turned more than I wanted it to. Good. Okay. Try and do this a little better. Yeah, there we go. Vilna says he just went in sub G of my band.
Oh, Vilnius, welcome.
All right, here we go. Sixth gear. Fifth, fourth, third, second. Oh, perfect. I couldn't have been any wider. And you're right there with me. I love it.
Yep. I messed that one up.
Nice. All right, here we go. Fourth, third, second, first. Overcooked just a little bit.
You gotta hit that line there, like perfectly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's either you're losing speed or hitting the barrier.
Yep. Woo! Nice. Very nice. All right, what do you say we hop over to C?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I can just change the settings here in the lobby, so we don't need to back out or anything.
I definitely see myself doing a 159, 8, 7 even with no ghost, which is really good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Good. That's excellent, but oh, just need to fix the track here. Laguna. Come here, Laguna. Is it so hard to find something?
I wish they had like a better
Oh,
search system. Then again, it's not too bad actually.
yeah, I kind of do. All right, we're gonna change those event settings. Here we go. So, you know how we were talking about how hard it is to get this BRZ to hit the apex?
Yeah.
So, and again, this isn't what the best do, right? The best in the world, they stay in third for a lot of these corners. Excuse me. And they do just fine and manage it. I'm not the best in the world, right? So I need to figure out how in the world I can do this. And what I found was allowing second gear in some of these turns to help pull me to the apex made a huge difference. Now, now your time that you managed on this is just what 33 1/100th off of mine, so it's super close.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet. I dig that. I dig that a lot. But we're gonna try and implement two things. So we've got the new braking feeling that you're dealing with, and we're dealing with the new, trying to work on the gearing a little bit, letting that gearing helping you brake with more power and getting to the apex quicker.
Yeah.
All right, so let's head out.
Okay, perfect.
I did the same thing. Let's get mediums on. We committed the same error, everybody. My
Look at
goodness.
my wheels. I was like, whoops. Let's do that.
Okay, let's try
Philness,
again.
Radeon. Thank you guys for joining the Nervy crew. Welcome, guys.
Yes, today is a double treat there, Radeon. You're right. Kind of a cool fit exit, I think.
Have you tried ACC at all?
No, I have not. I do not really have the time for another racing game.
It does feel like that. It's a great game, but ACC needs a lot of dedication.
Yeah, it really does. Dedication that I
Even
don't.
this game needs that, like, just to get good at it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I want to go around. You follow me. I want to go around at like 70% speed here, okay?
Okay.
So that we're not pushing the limits at all, really. Gonna brake at the truck there. Up to third. Let gravity take us down a little bit. What I find with the gearing is whatever is the last gear that I'm trying to use when entering a corner, especially if it's a big braking zone, then that's like first gear, for instance, on that one. That's the one I'm using when I'm trying to turn the most.
Yeah. This car. Love the way it sounds, the way it feels, but she's deadly.
Yes, and it's because she's so light. She's lighter than any of the Group 3 cars I
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make some sandcastles.
It's okay. I've built a couple next to you. We've got a neighborhood going.
I love it. Hilarious. Right here is a braking zone where we should have maximum braking power, right? So bam, all the way up. So that's an area where I was watching you the other day where you weren't applying max braking power, right?
Yeah, it feels a lot different right now.
Yeah, it is.
A lot different.
And then this is another one that you weren't.
Yeah, I could tell the difference right there.
Yep. And that really is the only, well, I mean, the top before the corkscrew is one also, but that entrance is so weird compared to some of the other turns. It's hard to even use that as a good demonstration.
Are you you're exiting in fourth there or third?
I like to do it in fourth.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, fourth is just ridiculous in this car. A little deep. Yep. So we're doing the same thing right there. We're going to third to enter.
Yeah.
Help
And then fourth.
tighten the car, and then fourth. I exit in third there.
Third there. Okay. See, I do second, and I gotta like let go off the throttle at one point.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate it. Oh crap! I do that all the time. Mute myself and then unmute myself.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. We be flying. Good stuff. Got to redecorate a little bit. Oh, the 2-board is there. Poor 2-board. It looks so sad. Oh, could we get 50 likes? Could we get a 50 burger today? That'd be something else. So here I like to use a little third and exit in fourth.
Yeah. That downshift for rotation.
Uh-huh. Here I like to, I'm in fourth. I go down to third, down to second for that little extra, and then exit in fourth.
Okay. I rotated on third there as well.
Yeah, I noticed
Downshift, rotate.
I noticed some other guys that do that too. I think that's fine to get used to it. If you can manage it in fourth, you will carry a lot more speed.
Okay.
But I do think that's a little bit next level. So not totally necessary, especially in race pace.
Yeah, okay.
What I would say, and I always say this, is go for what's comfortable and repeatable in race pace. Gotta be able to find that. If you're constantly out of control, you need to practice more, basically, until you can find that comfortable, repeatable pace. Is that a 50 burger? We got the 50 burger. Let's go. Thank you guys for all of the likes, man. Appreciate it. Yes.
What about that turn there? Is that a third or do you get exited fourth? I've seen it in two different ways as well.
Yeah, I go down to second to nail that apex, and then I exit in fourth when I've taken it right.
Fourth as well. Okay.
If I haven't taken it right,
sorry.
Okay. If I haven't taken it right, then I end up exiting in third because I haven't carried enough speed.
Okay. See, I don't really do the fourth. I've usually been taking it in third. I gotta hold my heart in my hand while I do it.
Yeah, I got you.
I haven't done this race but once on this account. I've only dabbled with it on my other account because I just don't trust myself.
Right, no, and this is a tough combo. It's good to practice because it gives you good experience. I only did the alt account on this track.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, Chippy! Thank you. Appreciate it, Chippy.
Did you do a little third that time?
Oof. Let's try fourth here. Second. Fourth. Okay. Let's try fourth here.
Nice. Fourth
Not bad.
Fourth really worked as long as you have turned at the right time. Probably enough speed.
Return it. Yeah, fourth worked really nice there.
Yep.
Alright, just roll back, roll back.
Yeah, again, I don't know any other Group 3 car that would do that properly. Like, it just doesn't make sense, but this thing has the lightness and the low-end torque to just pull you right out of there fine.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try and get a full lap. And then, I've got just a couple other things I want to mention to you, bud.
Okay.
And then we should be all finished.
Wow, the braking is making a big difference here.
Yeah, man.
Big difference.
Here we go. Woo. Right on the edge.
No.
I'm gonna finish the lap here. What happened? Did you clip the sand?
Oh, my car is stuck. No, like this car is stuck in the wall or something, glitched in the wall. I don't know.
All right. Are you really glitched in the wall?
Yeah. Like I cannot even move my tires won't spin.
I don't want to see it.
I kind of want you to show them. It's pretty funny right now.
Yeah, Crooked, we gotta learn with lead today. How's it going, friend?
Oh, never mind, we're back out now.
Oh, you got out now? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hop out. So, I want to talk to you about just couple other things here. So, obviously, the braking and getting max braking in straight line, I think, to me, that was like priority number one. If we talked about only one thing today, that would have been it. You know what I mean?
The brake, yeah.
That was really glaring to me. So we took care of that. The gearing, I think if you consistently know what you do with the gearing, I would suggest learn that early when you start to practice track, right?
Yeah.
Make sure that you know what you want to do. You can experiment a little bit, if you see what a ghost, the replay of the fastest time, and you try what they do, and then I was like, oh man, I can't do that. It's not going to work. It's fine. Find what works for you. I think that's important. But that's kind of, you got to find what you want to do and make sure you find that out early on in the week. And then repeat that. Make sure that whatever gearing you're doing, you're definitely doing that every time. It's going to make a huge difference.
Okay.
So, the other thing then that I wanted to talk about was racing with others. So, I had the privilege of being able to watch you race multiple times in the last couple of weeks. I want to ask you first, how do you feel when you're racing in a daily? What is your overall feeling? Are you nervous, anxious, uncertain? Are you confident? Like, how would you explain your approach to a daily, or how you feel when you're on a daily?
Aside from those, like your first races when you jump right in, kind of and with practice, things like that. Like the average will say, I feel pretty confident and comfortable with where I am, especially when like if I know the track and I got a good quality time in, I'm usually more comfortable because I know the track, things like that.
Right.
So I would say more comfortable and stuff. Obviously, I will have the nerves, just that, but I think that's just very dependent on the situation, all that thing.
Gotcha. Do you feel though that when you end up, when your race pace ends up so far off your quality time, which has happened in the last couple weeks, and as you even mentioned, that like, do you feel like your confidence might drop sometimes in the middle of a race? You lose positions and that sort of thing, or?
I think I call it momentum or things like that, but
Uh-huh.
I think it's just kind of a mixture of confidence, motivation, things like that,
Yeah.
frustration with yourself, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can I tell you a couple of things I observed?
Yeah, of course.
So here's something that I observed. When when you get that quality time and you're starting up at the front of the pack or sometimes even pole, right? And you end up getting passed due to, and it's either one. Sometimes it's your own mistake, sometimes it's someone not being so gracious and not really giving you space, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You What I've observed is it feels like you become a different racer when that happens.
Good way or bad way?
In in a detrimental way is what I'll call it.
Okay. Oh
Because
God. Okay.
here's what happens. You start to race like doo doo. So it's like this is what happens. Those lines that you've practiced while you're by yourself, after you get past, it's like you forget all about them. So, case in point, I remember watching you. You were starting pole in the Watkins Glen races, right? And
Yeah.
you had a stretch there where you nothing went right. Like you were getting caught immediately, you were getting passed very early, and you were even audibly like, "Oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like my quality time is so good. Why can't I, you know, just pull away from these guys?" And so you would get passed, and here's the number one thing I saw you were doing after you would get passed. You would get into ultra I gotta catch up mode, is what I would like to
Yeah.
call it. I gotta catch up. This is awful. This can't happen. That's and then your ultra catch up mode causes you to narrow each and every corner. It causes you to just bolt to the apex, which is actually, yeah, you catch up to the person in front of you up until you get to the apex. But now your entrance is so bad, your exit is stinky. And so instead of actually gaining on the person ahead of you, you've lost 2/10 because of that. Um, so here is my suggestion when it comes to racing with others. And this is part of the mindset in episode 3 of Essential Racing Strategies. You really need to be able to forget what others perhaps have done to you for you to lose positions.
Okay.
The other thing is if it's because of your own mistake, you got to have a short memory on that as well.
Got it. Got it.
Because listen, even when you make a mistake, there are positions to be gained. Other stuff can happen that you can rate even without you you might not even go any quicker, but just by you know doing your normal pace that you're capable of, you'll catch people. But you definitely won't catch people if you drive like you do. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
crooked just said, don't be doo doo. It's great. Um, so that's huge. When I feel like your races, you'll finish much higher on the regular if you just okay, you get past, fine, you get past, right?
Yeah.
And that's racing. It really is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Little mistakes are made, and so you just have to recover. So when you get past, I don't want you to focus on gotta catch up, because when we, and I say we at this point because it's anybody. When
Yeah.
anybody focuses on I gotta catch up, you're not gonna catch up. You just won't. Instead, if you get past, it's time to focus even harder on your braking point, your turn in point, your acceleration point. All of that now needs to just tighten up. So that, and if you do that, the result is going to be likely you catch up. You follow me there?
Yeah. Following you. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No,
I
it
think,
makes sense. That's just common sense there. Just you don't think about it.
yeah, I tell you what,
I
was.
remember that race
I know.
very vividly.
I remember like there was. So I'm gonna make fun of you a little bit here, but
Oh, go for it.
you do this. I remember I had you on in the background and I was doing a couple other things and all I heard was this no, 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 just like this constant, like it sounded like Luke from Star Wars in Empire Strikes Back when he finds out Vader is his father. You know, it's like it was so it was guttural, like it was gut wrenching. Like, and I go, what happened? Oh, he went off track. That's it.
That's so funny because it's like I'm doing it, so I don't know what you guys kind of get the reaction of it, but you just made it sound so dramatic there. That's awesome.
Oh man, so yeah, on that side of things, you know, there's a huge mental component to these daily races, right? And
Agreed, yeah.
and you know, you're participating in the PHP World Series, and there's a huge mental component to that too. You know, and my mental component was tested last night, right? I mean, I got hit off track. It wasn't my fault, and yeah, in my head, I wanted to make a big deal about it. But there were two things that I focused on immediately. Was I have dirty tires, so I can't take this next turn too hard. Because the last thing I want is for one mistake by someone else to turn into my own mistake because I'm not being aware enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty critical right there. You know, think about the car. If it's a total spin out like I had, you know, you just gotta, okay, where's the car? Is there damage? What's gonna happen here? How do I need to compensate? And then after that happened, it was, okay, it's all about racing lines, getting the most out of these tires I'm on. You know, it was focused on my own race. Can't worry about what someone else did to me, whether it was on purpose or not. We found out it wasn't. He lost the car. You know, he lost the car. Some people wanted to immediately say it was dirty, and I understand. A lot of people feel that way initially, and from my vantage point, it felt like that too. But when I looked at the replay, he broke a little bit later than I did because he was on medium tires. I was on hard. He took a little bit of avoiding action, hit the curb, and just couldn't gather it up without hitting me, you know? And that's what it was. So don't worry about the mistakes of others, Nervy. Don't worry about what other people might end up doing to you. And if you make your own mistake, don't worry about that either. It's really just focused on what we just talked about, honestly. Everything that we practiced today, braking, turning in, accelerating. That's what racing is. And that's actually what gets you to catch up to people. And look, Nervy, I'm going to say this. I don't say this to just anybody, okay? I think you have A+ written all over you. It can happen. It really can.
Okay.
And
thank you for that.
you might not think so. And maybe that's not a goal for you. If it's not a goal, then it probably wouldn't happen. But I can tell that you've got the raw speed. Even G saw it earlier. You've got raw speed. Like, you know how to move the car around and be fast. What you don't know exactly yet, and it's because of feel, is how to do it repeatedly over and over and over again. And I think the things that we discussed today, especially with your braking, and then add the component of gearing down in the right speed, it's going to be a game changer for you, bud. And so I'm not saying you're going to be A+ next week or anything like that, but for me, E to B can kind of happen by accident, right? I mean, you don't necessarily have to try too hard to get to B. Yeah. B to A is going to take another level of dedication and concentration.
Yeah.
And then A to A+ is another level of dedication, concentration, determination, So you got to want it. You definitely got to want it. But I can see
100%.
I can see that you have the potential. There's no doubt.
Oh, I want it.
Okay, you want it.
I want an A+ for sure.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can get there. I really do. I really do.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm really glad we did this because
Yeah.
a lot of knowledge came. Huge thank you for that.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Hey, this is what we're doing. I'm trying to wherever someone is in their ranking, I want to see them get to the next level. That's that's my aim. I want to see
That's
all those
respect.
hundreds of thousands of people, especially that are in B right now, according to Digit's website. I want to see that shift over to A, so that we're all dealing with cleaner lobbies. We're all dealing with better racecraft. You know,
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
I wanna, whatever. If I impact 50 people, fine. If I'm able to impact 150 people, great. If I'm able to impact 150,000 people one day, even better. But whatever role I can play in this is kind of the role that I want to have. So that's that's what we're here to do, and that's what these sessions are all about. I think, you know, trying to coach from chat can be helpful, but there are definitely limitations. And so
For sure.
I'm
Yeah.
so thankful for Wicked Quick, who came up with this idea in the first place, which I thought wasn't really even a valid thing to even try. I thought, and there's no way people are going to want to do this. Well, you've all proved me wrong, and so MkNervy, I thank you for coming on and being willing to do this, and getting on a Learn with Lead, and I'm excited to see the future for you and what you're able to accomplish in this game, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us, and I mean, for you to take the time out of your day, family, and all that stuff, to teach others in just a video game, basically.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, that's very big for the community and from all of us. I'm sure we're all very humbled and appreciative. So thank you for that.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
um, I definitely could see myself improving from a lot of this stuff. So
Yeah,
you know what you're talking about. I've got a lot of people in my chat who are saying this thing that they agree with you, and
cool.
you're spitting out some crazy knowledge. So
Cool. Well, tell them
thank you for that.
tell them if they're awesome enough, tell them to come over and sub, because we're
Oh,
trying to
for
get to
sure. Yeah.
1,000 subscribers here. We're
Of
looking
course.
for a few hundred awesome people to come join us. And listen, if anybody, I haven't said this yet. Normally I say it already, but if anybody is looking to schedule a session like this isn't just a streamer thing. This is anybody. Doesn't matter what rank you are. Anybody can come in and have a session with me like this. And it doesn't even have to be exactly like this. It can just be similar to this. But my PSN is Lead Pencil 2017. I just put it in the chat there. Feel free to friend request me, and then also give me another message requesting that you want to have a session, and then we can begin the conversation. Right now, we after Nervy here, we have 6 people that are scheduled for Learn with
Oh,
Lead.
nice.
So
Filling up, filling up.
it is filling up. So if you're looking to get one in, I try not to sound like a salesperson, but if you want to get one in, you kind of got to get your request in sooner rather than later, because you could end up being a month or 2 out. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I would definitely get in sooner than later. I think I could send some your way. I've got a couple guys that I feel like could probably use this too, because I mean, I've had people ask me and things, but I'm so new to the game. My experience level is not on par with my confidence level to teach somebody.
yeah.
Like I'll give tips and tricks or just tell things like that I'm doing, but
Yeah.
look at how much you've kind of picked up just from watching. I can't pick that stuff up the way you did watching
Right.
somebody else drive. So
Well,
definitely check him out.
yeah, thank you, but I appreciate it. I have
Of course.
I have a teaching background, so and it's not what I do full time teaching, but I was trained to teach, and so um it's important to me. I do teach on the side for different things, for different stuff, but yeah, being able to analyze what somebody is doing and being able to explain what they're doing and then explain how to fix it. Not everybody can do that. So I do seem to have a little bit of a gifting there, and I want to use that for sure. So Oh, thank you, Chippy. Appreciate it, man. Good day, Lead
Oh
Pencil.
yeah,
Sub.
Chippy.
Appreciate it, Chippy. I love your name. That's fantastic. Appreciate you. That's one more awesome person that we've been looking for to join our family here. That's awesome. Thank you, bud. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and Professor says some people just have that in them. You've got that dog in you.
I got that dog in me. Yeah,
That dog in you.
for sure.
I love it.
Yep. So Lead Pencil 2017. If you're looking to schedule up something, do one of these. It doesn't have to exactly look like this. I kind of so far I have a basic framework for how one of these sessions go, but I do also I kind of customize it depending on what I see from the person that's going to be the guest. So yeah, cool stuff. Well, Nervy, you have a race coming up, right? In about half
Yep,
an hour.
I sure do.
Well, get out there and practice. Definitely get the new feeling with your brakes and see
Yeah,
how
that's
you
gonna
can
be a game changer for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully you can improve on that. You might have to brake a little later in a couple spots, but yeah, definitely the after the long straight, watch out for that one. After the big downhill and the right hander that goes uphill, definitely watch
Yeah.
out for that one. That's going to be really different. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely watch out for those, especially the other ones aren't necessarily full braking zones. You might only do 60 or 70. So, but good luck in that race. I'll look forward to seeing you in that one. We'll be rooting for you in that, my man, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much once again. Appreciate you. And thanks to Octi and your team there
Oh yeah,
as
Aki is
well.
the best. Yeah, he's
For
also what
sure.
makes this possible. I can't do these
Oh yeah.
without Aki. My for those who don't know, that's my son that helps on the tech side of things here. So, well, I always hate it when these things end, but they have to end.
Yeah.
And
Of course, of course. You have a good
so
one. Thank you so much
you
once again.
too. Appreciate you, bud. We'll see you soon
Appreciate you
on
as well.
track or on chat. All right, bud.
For sure. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye. Wow, how about that, guys? That was fun. That was fun. Thank you, Chippy. Appreciate it. Oh, that isn't really what I wanted to do. You have something to say? You just want to give me a weird thumbs up? Okay. No, I needed to. Oh, legendary beard. Thanks, man. Need to leave this. Go. Professor Draxton. Thank you, bud. Much love. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I got to take care of that. Go. Thank you so much. Oh, little quick reset here. Gonna take a couple seconds. Appreciate you, Professor. I love your name. That's fantastic. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Let me get a drink of coffee here. So yeah, let me see. You have once again you have here is Nervy's channel once again. Here's his channel once again. If you haven't subscribed, go over there and give him a sub so he gets 100. That's awesome. And then beyond that, oh, I moved this. I moved the mic. That's probably why. Um, and then he's going to be doing that race in a little bit. So that's cool. No, Mike didn't die. I just didn't have it. I had it moved. We're okay. So I that's pretty much gonna do it for me. Um, let me wrong place. Let me just do a couple things here before I tell you what's gonna happen in the days to come. Bear with me, guys. also, I wanted to put in the link here for broadcast, but I don't see that it's up yet. Unless, let me see. I don't know if T Case is doing it or if it's Sal. Hmm. I can't put that on there, I guess. It's a bummer. Okay. Well, so be it. Let's see. So big shout out to MkNervy. He's a total stud. Appreciate him coming over and hanging with us today. Pretty cool. Thank you, Kel. Appreciate it, man. It was a good one. I tell you what, when I was watching him race and I saw his braking and I saw that, I was like, oh man, that is gonna make such. I'm so excited to tell him. Really, really was. So that's exciting, and I think that's gonna make a huge difference for him. All right, so week coming up in the weeks to come. We don't have any PhDWS for a little bit. In a couple of Saturdays, we're gonna have qualifying for the NRL. That's sort of the long term, long range thing here, and then uh, but we'll have some Saturdays free, at least one or two free. So we might do some laps with lead. Have you guys come with me, and we'll do some races together, have some fun together. Maybe if I can, I'll hop onto one of the Greasy Sam Squanch's endurance races. That'll be good stuff. Exactly, he's a total stud. Um, we should be back streaming on Monday, and we'll check out the new dailies on that day. That will be the plan for that. And then let's see. Probably I think no, not a Tuesday stream because I have something going on Tuesday night. So no Tuesday stream. Probably probably a Monday, Saturday stream for sure. We'll see if I end up with a stream in between that or not. Um, and be on the lookout for Essential Racing Strategies. Uh, episode 5 is on the way. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be good stuff. And yeah, yeah, have quite a bit to do on that, but I'm well on the way. So possibly within the next week, it'll be finished. My goal. So that's the goal. See if I can manage it. You know how goals go. But thank you all. So for the new for the new subscribers, to the new folks that hung out with us, and to the all the friends. Oh, we did have one with Edward, Akia. We did have one with Edward. It was a little different, but we did have one with Edward. Yeah. But anyway, you messed up my outro. So I love every single one of you like crazy, and there's not a thing you can do to change my mind. I'll see you guys very soon. Appreciate you all. Couple days.